Lagi ka bang nag-worry tungkol sa pera? And if so, paano natin mababawasan ang financial anxiety? Yan ang topic natin ngayon. Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. Marami tayong iniisip sa buhay at isa na dyan sigurado ay ang pera. Indeed, money is one of the top sources of stress in our life. Especially kung ang sweldo mo ay eksakto lang or minsan nga kulang pa sa mga pangangailangan natin. Iniisip natin na, naku, may matitira pa ba sa sweldo ko para sa mga gastusin ko? Minsan ang pinoproblema natin yung mga utang natin, mga credit card debts at saka mga loans. Hindi natin alam kung may pambayad ba tayo sa kanila. But also, we feel stress and anxiety about the future. Hindi natin alam kung makakapag-ipon ba tayo para sa college education ng anak natin. Mabibili ba natin yung gusto nating bahay or kotse or makakapag-retire ba tayo ng comfortable? Lahat yan na-experience natin and it keeps us awake at night. But the more important question is, ano yung pwede natin gawin to manage or even eliminate this financial stress? Paano natin mababawasan yung anxiety natin tungkol sa pera? Yan ang mga pag-uusapan natin today at bibigyan ko kayo ng mga tips. Pero bago tayo magpatuloy, I hope ay nakasubscribe na kayo sa ating YouTube channel, youtube.com/readytoberichyt at naka-like and follow sa ating Facebook page na facebook.com/readytoberich. And with that, let's continue. If you're experiencing financial anxiety, the first step really is to identify what is the source of that stress. Isipin nyo mabuti, bakit nga ba ako nag-worry? Ano yung mga reasons bakit ito yung nararamdaman ko? You need to ask yourself the question, where is this stress really coming from? Usually, there are 3 reasons why we are feeling anxious about our money. The first one is, very obvious, lack of money. Kulang tayo ng pera, kaya nasi-stress tayo, saan tayo kukuha ng panggastos natin, saan tayo kukuha ng pambayad ng utang natin. However, sometimes we do have enough money, but the stress is coming from uncertainty. Meron tayong mga kailangang bayaran, hindi natin alam kung enough ba yung pera natin. We are uncertain. Unless we check it, we will never know. Meron tayong stress sa uncertainty in the future. Hindi natin alam kung makakapag-ipon ba tayo para mabili yung gusto nating bahay or makapag-prepare tayo for our retirement or mapag-aaral ba natin yung mga anak natin ng college. So the second source can be uncertainty. And lastly, the third source can be emotional. What does this mean? For example, madalas kang mag-browse or mag-scroll sa social media at nakikita mo yung mga kaibigan mo, mga classmates mo dati nung college na nakabili ng bagong bahay, may mga bagong gadgets, travel and travel, and nagtataka ka, bakit ako hindi ko nagagawa yon? So you begin to feel anxious about money, you begin to worry about your financial situation because you feel that you are being left behind. So the reason can be emotional as well. It's essential to identify the root cause of your financial stress because it will be hard to address them if you don't know where it is coming from. The first step in reducing that anxiety is acknowledging these triggers. Once you recognize where your stress is coming from, you'll be better equipped to deal with it. So the key is to have some self-awareness kapag nararamdaman natin na, teka, na-anxious ako, nag-worry ako about money. Bakit? Ano yung naging trigger? Bakit ko naramdaman ito? Ano yung nakita ko? Ano yung narinig ko? Ano yung naiisip ko? And then by identifying the triggers, the root causes, then it will be easier to manage it. It will be easier to address it. And here are some strategies that you can do. My first tip is to think of financial planning as self-care. Pag sinabi kasi nating self-care, ang naiisip natin yung pampaganda, yung ating skincare routine bago matulog, etc. But planning your finances is also a powerful form of self-care if you view it as a way of taking care of your future self and your loved ones. Hindi mo kailangan maging perfect sa lahat. Ang importante dito is you are trying to make progress and build good habits. Katulad ng pagkakaroon ng skincare, syempre, hindi mo naman makikita kagad yung result after doing it for 1 day or for 1 week. You have to be consistent with it. You have to make it into a habit. The same way with our finances. we have to be consistent with our good money habits. Even a small step like checking your bank balance or making a list of your expenses can help you feel more grounded and less anxious. In fact, may mga kilala ko na laging nag-worry about money, and the reason for that is uncertainty. Feeling nila kulang yung sinisweldo nila sa mga gastusin nila. But we sat down and we list down their income, ano ba yung take-home pay nila. We also check their expenses, tinak namin for 1 to 2 months. And nakita namin na enough naman pala yung kanyang sweldo sa mga gastusin niya. And that took away a large portion of his uncertainty when it comes to finances. So think of things that you can do even if it's small and simple, because you'll never know, it can be very effective and very powerful. Our second strategy also addresses that uncertainty, which is know your numbers. Uncertainty fuels stress. Pag hindi mo alam kung ano yung nangyayari, dun ka na-anxious. Hindi mo alam kung tama ba itong ginagawa mo kasi hindi mo alam kung ano yung kalaban mo eh. So, take time to list your income, your expenses, your debts, and how much you have saved. Don't worry if the numbers aren't great. May mga kilala ko talagang nafu-frustrate kaya hindi nila chine-check in the first place dahil deep down alam nila na kulang yung sweldo nila sa gastusin nila. Pero the question is exactly by how much, because it's easier to hit a target if you can see it. So again, don't worry if the numbers are not great. What matters is that you now know them. That knowledge gives you the power to make better decisions. Do you agree? When you have a clear view of your financial situation, you'll feel more in control, and that alone can reduce your anxiety. The third strategy is to break down your goals. Big goals like buying a house, sending your kids to college, or retiring comfortably can feel overwhelming. But when you break them down into smaller, realistic steps, they become more manageable. For example, instead of saying to yourself na gusto ko ng 1 million pesos para sa retirement ko, why don't you just start with gusto ko mag-save ng 1,000 pesos every month? These small steps can certainly add up and give you a sense of progress every month. Kapag na-accomplish mo yung small step of saving and investing 1,000 a month, it will help you feel motivated to be consistent, to do more, and before you know it, you'll be able to hit the target of getting that 1 million pesos. Setting realistic goals also helps you stay focused, and when you're focused, you're less likely to feel lost or overwhelmed. Our next strategy is to build your emergency fund. This also addresses that anxiety, that worry, because it's hard to feel calm when you know that one unexpected event, isang medical emergency lang, or matanggal ka sa trabaho, or even a broken essential appliance at home can throw your budget off track. That's why having an emergency fund is so important. And hindi mo kailangan na makapag-ipon kagad or mabuo kagad yung emergency fund mo. Even just 5,000 pesos or 10,000 pesos saved can already give you some breathing room. Start small and build it little by little. The peace of mind it brings is worth the effort. Next na pwede mong gawin is to learn and ask for help. Anxiety can come from not knowing what to do. That's why learning about money is one of the best ways to reduce stress. You don't need to become an expert overnight. Just start with short videos, podcasts, or blog articles about saving, budgeting, or investing. At sa panahon ngayon, napakarami ng content creators about financial literacy. Knowledge empowers you and makes financial planning feel less scary. If things feel too complicated, don't hesitate to talk to a financial planner katulad ko or someone you trust who is good with money. You don't have to figure everything out on your own. Ito madalas na nating naririnig pero it's important to still remind you of it, which is to stop comparing yourself to others. Social media can make it seem like everyone else is doing better financially. Pero kasi naman, yung mga tao, hindi naman yan magpo-post ng mga struggles sila at saka mga problema nila online. In general, most people, they just post the highlights of their life on social media. Hindi mo alam kung sino ba sa kanila yung talagang baon sa utang, yung malaking sinasakripisyo, at hindi mo alam kung ano yung unfair advantage nila. Yung classmate mo nung high school na ngayon nakikita mo travel ng travel, aba, meron palang napangasawang mayaman. Or what if yung family nila ay meron pala talagang generational wealth? Lugi ka doon. So hindi mo pwedeng i-compare yung sarili mo sa kanila kasi meron siyang unfair advantage over you. And that is the nature of life. Iba-iba yung cards na binigay sa atin ng buhay. So focus on your own journey. Everyone's financial situation is different and it's unfair to compare your reality to someone else's highlight reel. Give yourself permission to grow at your own pace. You're not behind, you're just on your own path. Kung meron kang i-compare mo yung sarili mo dun sa past self mo. Think about your situation last year. How does it compare to where you are, what you are, or who you are today? If you've made improvements, then congratulations, you've made progress. But if not, think about the mistakes you've done. What are the things that you could have done better? And take those lessons so that when next year comes, you have made improvements in your life and your financial situation. So, the best person to compare yourself with is who you were yesterday. Our last tip is to make money check-ins a habit. Dapat talaga minomonitor natin yung finances natin. Think of money check-ins as if it's like brushing your teeth. It's something you do regularly to keep things in good shape. Set a weekly or monthly time to review your expenses, savings, and progress towards your goals. It doesn't have to take long. Ako, pag nag-check-in ako, 15 to 30 minutes lang every month. And the more you check in, the more confident you'll feel. And the less anxious you'll be. Over time, these check-ins will feel less like a chore and more like a routine that gives you peace of mind. Ako, parang yung pagligo mo lang araw-araw, parang automatic na siya, muscle memory na, but it really gives you some level of understanding and clarity when it comes to your finances, and it will really guide you with the proper direction, the best direction that you can take to improve your situation. Remember, you're not alone and you're not hopeless. Financial anxiety is real, but it's also something you can work through. You don't need to have all the answers today, but what matters is that you take that first small step. In fact, you just did by staying until the end of this video. Then tomorrow, you can take another one. Perhaps you can track your expenses, start saving, or reach out to a financial planner. Remember, you have what it takes to create a better financial future. Just take it one step at a time. And that's the end of our video. I hope ay marami kayong natutunan. I hope ay mabigyan nyo ako ng thumbs up. Please share this video to your friends. And remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/readytoberichyt, and like and follow our Facebook page, facebook.com/readytoberich. Hanggang sa susunod nating video, goodbye, take care, and stay safe.